That's okay. I don't care. The most honorable title that I have is being a wife. Mm-hmm. I love being my husband's wife.
That's what it's supposed to be.
I love just being able to submit and just help him sees fit. You feel me? I love cooking for him. I love sexually satisfying him. I love my man. And I would never put somebody in position to be able to joke on my man. Or to ever be able to say,
not embarrassing you.
His girl was in my DMs a couple weeks ago, or I just had her at the hotel a couple weeks. You will never, ever be able to say that about me when it comes to my marriage. You will never have one up on my husband.
I'm like,
that's how it should be.
When I see the situation with Remy Ma, and this has been an ongoing situation. This is it's a pimple that bust over the week.
We not new to the chat. We was sitting.
Yeah, we've been in this chat. This actually cold tea. You feel me?
Yeah.
We done seen the battle raps when Dog said, "Hey, don't call her out her name." We done seen all that. You feel me?
We let it go.
How would y'all feel, or how as a man, Chulo? How would you feel, or what type of situation would you even be in to allow your wife to have a boyfriend?
Listen. It goes even before then. Like, hold on, you finna start a league where it's predominantly men around you. Yeah. So now you're gonna have 90% of men around you. You booking these dudes. You're doing all the conversations or whatever the case is. You putting yourself in a certain position that I don't even want you in the first place. You know, it gotta make sense. The numbers gotta make sense. If you're gonna put this here, it's gonna be 50-50. 50% women, and they gonna handle everything else, so you don't have to conversation with. That's too much conversation for other men. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when you understand and you know that person. When you know that person is somebody that you actually, bro, let me reach out to your husband, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hit up JT a lot now. You know what I'm saying? Out of respect. Now we got that bond, we got that boom. We talking, you know what I'm saying? And that's how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? As just respect. And that's what we lost. We lost respect for another man, you know?
Absolutely. But why would I have respect for you?
Why not?
I would think you should have respect for a man because you
were a man too.
And you won't want that to happen to you. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, you said too. You said, listen, we crash out about ours. If it's ours, we crash out. You ain't finna even come over here. You touch something that I invested in.
I never hate the player.
And you said wives are off limits.
That's my standards.
That should be everybody's standard.
I can't put my standard on somebody else.
Yeah. And my other issue is
I don't hate the player.
I don't hate her.
Listen, if you able to get her,
keep her.
That's yours.
I get it.
Hold on, because y'all missing the conversation, right? Here's the problem. She was an extension of him. So if she made herself available to other people, then it wasn't their problem.
No, it's definitely fall on her.
So here's the thing.
But you gotta correct niggas when they wrong. Like you step out of line.
I'm not checking no.
You can check your woman.
Check your chick.
I'm checking everybody.
You check her because you know what that dude
she owe you loyalty.
Oh yeah,
he don't owe you nothing.
And that's why you gotta.
Yeah, I understand what he's saying. First, I want to hit on the point of him talking about like he keeps that standard for himself. That's really big. The standards you have for yourself is not going to be everybody's standards that they uphold for themselves as well. Like, I'm the same way. Like, even when I was single, doing my thing, mingling or whatever, like one thing I didn't want to do is touch another person's property, messing with another man's shit. And that can cause you to really get messed up out here. You got the dude out there in Atlanta, I believe his name was Trouble, messing with a girl. Dude came in, walked in on the house and popped him. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he may have gotten away with that. But I believe there's a certain law in place to where if you're with someone and you living at this place with that person and they bring another person in, like, and you end up getting in an altercation, like let's say you're with this girl that got a husband and y'all get in an altercation and he kills you, he can possibly get away with that depending on which state he in and depending on what laws they have in place. So really, it's not really worth it. You breaking up a home, you breaking up a family more than likely, you're deteriorating emotions. That's a standard that you really want to hold for yourself as a man, really. It's not really something you want to do. And whether you believe in karma or whether you believe in you reap what you sow, whether you don't believe it or not, it believes in you. I'm gonna just put it to you like that. Another thing about what Anton said, what I believe is really good. You don't need to, as a man, if your old lady doing you wrong, cheating, she out of pocket, you don't need to go out of your way to check the man unless he's just verbatim disrespectful. And I'll differentiate the two for you. Like, for example, if a dude walk up to your lady and you're not around, you're not in her presence, but you can probably see them from afar across the room. If your lady is entertaining or flirting with that, you need to have a conversation, pull your lady to the side and have a conversation with your lady. You don't really need to get up and antsy about the dude. He's just doing what he's supposed to do. He probably thought she was single. Like, why are you getting up and antsy about with him for? It don't make any sense, right? But let's give another example where, there's times where you need to step in. If you and your lady, y'all together, everybody see that y'all together, and the dude come over and he try to holler at her, right? You right there. You got rings on your finger, apparently, and stuff like that. And it depends on your threshold, too. Because depending on however you and your partner have had y'all conversation of how y'all going to interact, if something like that happens, it could be, oh, he try to chat with her, he try to get a number, and you just sitting there, and you waiting on your wife's reaction to say, hey, like, this my man right here. You know what I'm saying? Chill out, move around. Or, you know what I'm saying, she looks to you and you like, hey, yeah, this my old lady. Nice to meet you. I'm Dre. What's up? What do you really need? Up to you, whether your threshold is. I believe that's an open door for you to say, hey, bro, like, read the room. Like, you see this my old lady. You see she got a ring on her finger. You see she right next to me. You see, like, come on, bro, read the room. Like, at this point, you just trying to be disrespectful. You trying to disrespect me. You understand what I'm saying? And that's where you cross the line. That's where me and you can have an altercation. So in that regard, I totally understand what Anton's saying.
And as a woman who respects herself, she should be able to have respect for you.
Yeah.
I respect me enough that I'm never going to disrespect you and embarrass you.
Yeah.
Because that falls on me and my reputation.
So here's my thing. Yeah. Hold on, wait. If you don't train your chick to be a representation of you and to be an extension of you when she's out in public, if somebody else is able to get your chick, that's
I'm going to tell you something.
Honestly, I didn't even know Pat was 3 months still together.
And I wanted to hit on that too. Like, really, your chick get took, you got a girlfriend. Wife could be a different circumstance. You got an old lady and she get knocked, how the pimps like to say it. Shit, charge it to the game. Charge that shit to the game. And move on, move around. Or let her be who she really is in nature, and I always understand that. Really, personally, I'm not going to deal with a person like that. I'm not going to be around a person like that. I don't think you should as men. And keep it pushing. Really, that's all you need to do is, you ain't even got to ask questions. You don't need closure, none of that. Just keep it pushing. That's how you want to move? All right. We out. We gone.
Together.
But see, you
They
got
wasn't moving like that.
Apparently they're not.
Okay, and they're not moving
2K,
like it.
what are you saying?
the problem was
She started the movement first.
Came home, got lit.
the problem. It was Papoose fault. Okay.
It is.
And
Don't crack a joke. Don't crack a joke.
No, I'm not
Be
gonna
for
crack
real.
a joke. This is dead serious. The problem was he gave her everything she wanted. When she went to jail, he held it down.
You think he held down when she was in jail?
Wait, yes.
You think he held?
That boy put his dick on ice.
How you know that? You was his dick.
I'm going to say this, though.
I think that
As much as we hear, we never heard
Hold on,
him.
wait, time out.
All right, 2K, finish it up.
This is my point here.
You don't know that.
You can't give a woman exactly what she want because she ain't gonna want you. Women like resistance. Y'all like getting cheated on because it makes you feel like y'all on love and hip hop. Y'all like this stuff. I'm telling you.
I told you he was gonna say some
you
stupid
can't
shit.
give a woman.
I
everything
knew he
she
was gonna say
wants.
some stupid shit.
And with all of the jokes, he's 100.
That's
right.
bullshit. That's
right.
100% bullshit.
If I gave you everything you wanted, you would fuck over me.
No, the fuck I would.
It
I
won't
would
be no
fuck you.
resistance.
I would fuck you good.
Hold on,
I would never fuck over
I believe
you.
what
I
he's
would-
saying.
would you
I believe
fuck
what he's
me?
saying. He going back to
right
the.
after she get done.
Hold on,
with
but
you,
if y'all
she
listen
gonna
to what
fuck
he's
me up.
saying, he's talking about like the essence of Adam and Eve. Far as like, yo, you had everything that you were supposed to have, but you wanted
So if you
this.
went to jail,
Adam
your
was
woman
weak
held
as
you
fuck.
down.
Let's
She
talk
not supposed to
about
hold you
it.
down.
Can we
She
talk
supposed
about
to
how
fuck you.
weak Adam was? Because Adam
This
was
might-
absolutely
this might
so
relate
weak.
to
went to
it.
jail.
This might
You
relate.
went to jail.
Adam was a beta.
Yeah, this
Adam
might
was a
relate.
beta.
This might relate to them.
Adam lacked leadership.
I'm gonna tell you
This
something.
might relate to them. Hell no, you ain't finna start no battle rap
I'm
league
a
with
party
multiple
promoter.
men. You tripping.
Yeah.
I work in the bars and all of that. I've always been a girl to do what she want to do. I walk around.
And, you know, I believe that's true. Everything happens for a reason, and how God designed things to happen, you know, that was the way it was supposed to happen for its reason. He intended. We can't really fight that. But me, myself, I truly like to believe that Adam had the opportunity to pour out to the lady that he's with everything that God was giving to him. Because God speaks to the man, and the man is the head of a woman. So I believe that what God was pouring into Adam, Adam was supposed to pour into Eve in order to let her know that there's going to be evil things that lurk, and tell you that you're going to do things that you're not supposed to do. Because, you know, Eve ate the fruit from the tree that she was not supposed to. I truly believe that there is some, you know, definitely headship, leadership that you really have to take uphold as a man in a marriage.
My little chit chatting. When I got with the guy I'm with now, I sit my cute ass down and I cross my legs.
Come on.
Cause he ain't having that.
Yeah.
Have a seat.
Come on.
Yeah.
Cause he makes me feel comfortable enough to do that.
Yeah.
I can still do what I need to do in my job and not prance around the club. I'm gonna sit back.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm obedient to that. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm submissive to that.
Why y'all was acting like I was crazy when I said
I
it
didn't.
first?
I didn't. I agree.
She really wasn't saying it. Yeah, she really wasn't saying that.
I agree
Okay,
with
so
you.
can I ask you this for all the fellas listening, because I really want to know, and nobody ever gave me an answer to this question.
Yes.
How can you check a woman in 2024? We knew how granddaddies did.
Well, see, I'm a granddaddy
Wait,
girl, so
okay.
I'm different. I was
We
raised
know
by my
how the
granddaddy.
granddaddies did.
Yeah.
How can you check a woman in 2024? Because all
Bow.
I can do is yell at
Give
you.
a master class.
No, you know how
I'ma
I
tell
can
you,
tell
my
you,
man
I
give
can
me
tell
a
you
look
how my
in them
husband
eyes.
checked me. My husband
Yeah.
checks me definitely with a look.
It's a
and
look.
and his tone.
Yeah, see?
But at the
then
end
when
of the
we
day,
have
you know don't nothing come behind that look, so you could do it again if you
no,
want to.
but that's if she a disrespectful person would do
Yeah.
that. If somebody
you respect me, respect them.
if the person that you love the most has communicated with you that hey, I don't like this. Cut that shit out.
And if you
cut
do
that
it,
shit
what
short.
happens?
If you keep doing that, not only are you selfish, you're disrespectful. And you're disobedient. I don't
You
live
don't
my
value
life
the
like that.
relationship. I value my
I don't
relationship.
live my
I
life
feel
like
like
that.
I'm more at a
I'm just whatever my
detriment with
personality.
telling you, hey, don't do that no more, and then you go and do it.
That's
now,
your
now
PC
you know I can't do nothing.
That's your PTSD
And that's
from
how
them.
you would get your first ring.
That's your
Okay?
PTSD.
You can get your first ring right there, around your eye.
That's your PTSD from dealing with them dust bunnies you used
Nah,
to deal with before you was married.
we need to bring the right hand.
That boy a
back.
troll, man.
I'm telling
Anyway.
All right, well, just
What'd she
all,
say?
all I'm gonna
Beat
say is I'm from Detroit, so lace them up real tight if you gonna swing that right hand.
I don't like the double standards. I don't like that. I don't like the whole you know,
like we eat.
that's bullshit. You don't. It's a double standard.
I'm not
between men
equal
and
to a
women.
man I don't wanna
hate
be.
that to sit there and be
Yeah.
like, oh,
I
he
don't wanna
held her down when she was locked up and she fucked up by doing that. But when a nigga get locked up, the first thing y'all say is she don't hold you down. She ain't no real one. Now how she's out here fucking with other men?
Now listen.
You be like she ain't shit. When you get out, leave her alone. Like that's bullshit. No, if you do right by me, I'm gonna do right by you. I'm a very simple person. Loyalty is everything
Red,
to me.
not honestly.
No, that's
when
bullshit.
y'all go to jail. Me or if a dude go to
If a
jail.
dude go to jail, what?
We know y'all putting that pussy in the streets.
That's
We
bullshit. No,
talking
it
about-
does not.
We talking about holding it down, like keep some on his
That's
book.
crazy to me. Like what?
You definitely gonna put it out.
I mean, you're a human. You have needs.
Roses.
I ain't gonna lie. Most street dudes know that. Like, you go to jail, you know, your old lady probably putting it out there. They say some of them can feel it. Like they can feel it when the day they get knocked on. But you know, it's just it is what it is. We get double standards in those type of ways, but yeah, I don't think it's that to that extent of what she's saying, like holding it down as far as her being celibate and stuff like that. Because you get to, if y'all experience this show, you experience old girl right here, y'all know, y'all can probably tell the type of guys that she likes, so I know exactly what she's talking about. I don't think the street code go by that. I don't think they really upholding their woman to say, oh, she got to be celibate the whole time while I'm here locked up for 4, 5, 6 years.
We got toys. We got
Yeah, y'all better activate that drawer.
You had that before you went in.
Look at myself for 2 years.
I have a question for our castmates that are not married.
God,
so
that's
for
crazy.
L and Red,
You gotta stop.
do you guys think that marriage is still respected?
It depends on the person. It's respected for me.
Okay.
I saw a union between a man and a woman that was honorable. My
Okay.
grandparents were partners, and they operated, and you're good at what you're good at, and I allow you to be that person, and vice versa. And so for me, I value marriage in that tradition, and my grandmother was very much so a strong woman who had an opinion, but was also submissive and obedient to her husband.
I like everything you said, but the partner word.
97% of marriages ain't respected.
Well, it was a
You know
time
what
in their
I'm saying?
marriage where he didn't have it. He couldn't be what she needed him to be, and she had to pick him up in that time.
Well,
He went
they
through shit.
still one partner. So I say she was the lead. But in marriage,
okay.
it ain't no such thing as a partnership. I have to check my wife on this all the time. It's not a partnership. I'm your superior. I'm your leader. Listen, we go listen show like this. But
I love it. I
It's
love
on
it.
sugar
I'm
word.
not
But we
against it.
go
I'm not
as I
against
go.
it.
You
I'm not
want somebody
against it.
bigger,
I'm not
stronger,
against it. I'm not.
faster,
I love
and
it.
richer
I
for a
love
reason
it.
to
I
take
love
away
it.
to take away from the burden.
I definitely love my man to lead. Please
And,
hold
and,
my
and,
hand.
and
Hold
like,
my hand and
and if,
lead.
he,
I
and if
want
you him,
listen.
you ain't even gotta say that.
Don't.
It just happens.
Sure don't.
It just
For
happens.
me,
It
for
immediately-
me being a single woman and not being married, and when I say single, I
How
really
old
feel
are
like. No,
Yeah, tell me
I
after.
can guess.
I tell you afterwards. I already told you how old I was. I'm in my
listening
30s.
to you.
Shut up. What I
I'm in
will
my
say is, what I will say, I'm a Sagittarius sun, Pisces moon, Capricorn rising. I believe in fairy tales.
Yeah,
So I don't
the
have
moon
to see a
Pisces.
marriage to believe marriage is possible.
I really think a lot of all this astrology shit is keeping people single. Leave that shit in 2024, please.
So you get mad when you get sold a dream.
I don't get mad when I get sold a dream. I sell dreams. What are you talking about?
Hey,
So I sell
Hey,
dreams.
now.
What I will say is, I believe in fairy tales, and I believe that anything that I manifest is possible. But what I will say is that if you can't marry somebody who doesn't want to marry you
Or want to be married.
or want to be
a
married.
husband.
And I say I preach this to people all the time. Like, it's so many women and so many men out here. It's like, I married her because we got kids, or I married her because we've been together this long. And it's like, ugh, like
Marry me
that
'cause
was
you
that
wanna
was
be
the
a
only
husband.
thing why.
No.
Because that's not gonna keep me with nobody. A kid not keeping nobody. Money not gonna keep you with nobody.
You don't want to be
And just-
kept.
I do want.
And that's the issue. People want to sleep around. People want to do the things where kids will come into place and she'll say, oh, well, that's not going to keep me. When, in fact, that should be the thing that really keep y'all together. That's the consequence of sleeping with people you ain't got no business sleeping with. You know, you knew you really wasn't compatible at the end of the day, or you really didn't get to know this person. Now you got a kid with them. That kid's innocent. And they have to go through all the bullshit because you don't want to stick it out with the person that you with, or you really didn't want to hold these persons or hold yourself to certain standards in order to move along in relationship or marriage. It's very, very unfortunate, and a lot of women think that way.
to be kept. I want to be
No
real
dude
kept.
has ever woke up and said, I want to get married. We do that solely for
You
y'all.
haven't woke up and said you want to get married, and
No,
I don't care.
dude,
And listen,
You would think we'll
didn't
be
wake up
around
and
in
say
some-
that.
listen,
You
we
didn't wake
talk
up and say
about
that.
everything
You didn't
else.
wake up and say that. But some men have woke up and said, "Damn, I really want to marry somebody." You
Men
feel
talk
what I'm
about
saying?
Or marry
everything
her.
on the Xbox.
I want to marry
We
her.
never sit down and talk about, hey man, I can't wait to get married one day. Have you ever heard the conversation? Never.
I have.
We-
I've heard
listen,
that from
we-
men. I've
we-
heard
we
that
do
from
that.
men.
We do that to.
I guess I put myself in a room with different type of men.
We do that to show
Like,
y'all
that's
that we
bullshit.
serious about y'all, but that's something y'all want.
To be honest with you, you ain't gotta marry me. Listen, just be loyal to me, baby. We good.
Hey,
Don't let me find out shit. Don't let me hear about shit, and we good. But what I will say is, I do believe in marriage, but I don't have to see it to believe it.
No, you know what?
I gotta feel it to believe it. Sorry.
Honestly, I just realized. I mean, honestly, some women are meant to be a plus one.
Hey, now.
Elaborate.
You know what the fuck you mean.
Oh, okay.
Seriously.
Okay.
So a lot of women is just meant to be
The potatoes,
no,
the French fries,
side.
the salad.
Not the steak.
The broccoli,
All of these are side
lobster.
items.
the macaroni and cheese.
Because some people can't fathom even being in that position. You know what I'm saying?
You know what it is? No, I think that some women are.
I'm gonna stop it right here, but lessons from this video for sure. Definitely, guys, when it comes down, your woman really getting out of pocket or whatever the case may be, your wife or whatever, really, that comes from you checking in with her, getting to know her. A lot of y'all get with women who are just very open and very showy on Instagram, Facebook, all these social media apps. And then when you see her react in a whole like behavior, you're all surprised, you're all riled up. And not only are you riled up, but you riled up at the wrong person, getting mad at the dude. Don't do that. Check the old lady. And, you know, if she don't really rework herself, you really need to reevaluate the person that you're with. And if you're not in a position where you're, you know, really locked in with her, really, walk away. You're doing yourself a very great favor. Walk away. It's okay. It's another one else. It's another one somewhere else. You'll find another one somewhere else. Be responsible for who you choose to lay with. Be responsible for the person that you want to say, you want to end up calling your girlfriend or boyfriend, you want to lay with. Like, be responsible when you do these things, because there's consequences for making the wrong decisions. That's just life. That's going to be the end of this video. Much love, peace. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We gone.